Hey guys, so I'm coming not live from a pre-recorded YouTube video, obviously wanting to share with you, my name's Tana by the way, wanting to share with you about the nature of a drama. So from the book we see a lot of really great details that help describe what a drama really is. So what's really important to look at first is Aristotle's, his thought on what makes up, in theater, the nature of a drama, or the nature of a tragedy. So that's where we're going to start today. And so we're going to look at, well, he looks at and help to convey just a message of emotion. He says that the combination of spectacle, melody, which is like the music and the sound, and then also diction, which is the dialogue, all combined together in in theater, in a tragedy, to really convey the message of what this play, what this plot is really about. So we are going to look at specifically Schindler's List, which, as you know, won the Academy Award for Best, nature of a drama. And so Schindler's List is really great. Steven Spielberg did an impeccable job, obviously. Or should I say, yeah, it was Steven Spielberg. Did an impeccable job. He really emphasized just the role of the hero in Schindler's List. Obviously, you see Schindler, the hero, his name is in the title of the film. So this film is about him, and we see him saving people. We see him saving and almost acting as a savior, as a hero, for these Jews who he was rescuing from the Holocaust. So it's right away, you can just tell Schindler's List, a list of Jews he's saving. He's trying to help rescue from death, from being burned alive at Auschwitz, and other concentration camps, mostly women and children, also men. And so the use of color in the film is also very important. We see lighting, very important, angle shots, down to the very, very minute detail of the scenes. He really takes everything into consideration, because when you want to create a really great drama, you have to look at, for example, color and your use of color. So Schindler's List was shot in color, obviously, but it was produced, it was edited to be in black and white. So that's really, really, really great and really special, because it was a film made in, I want to say, the late 2000s. And Liam Neeson is acting as Schindler, and so Spielberg takes this concept of color and he applies black and white to really try to get across to whoever's watching it that, it gives you sort of an old feel, like, wow, this happened, this happened in the 40s, so it sort of makes you feel like you're watching it live in a way, because as you know, film or TV was first shot in black and white. So you're looking at, you're thinking, you're really associating with the time frame, you're really associating with the era. Makes you feel like you're right in the when the Holocaust crisis is taking place. And then, so you see black and white, but Schindler's List is really, really, Schindler's List is phenomenal in that he uses color in very specific places. For example, he uses a red coat, a little girl walking amongst a mass of Jewish people. They're scattered all over the place in this town. It's a very, very, very wide shot. You see buildings, and you see just Jews just everywhere, and just people just everywhere. And it's all in black and white, with the exception of this little girl who's walking across the the way. You see her very small there, wearing a red coat. And so there you sort of immediately think of blood, you think of the loss of innocence. It really helps emphasize the fact that children are dying, that people are dying, innocent people. It really helps to convey that, to really push in and hone in on the blood of these people passing away, being killed for no reason other than their race, other than what they believed in. Yeah. So, because, I mean, obviously, the whole Aryan concept that Hitler really tried to put into practice, really emphasized that these people are the soul people. They're the best people. They're the best, like, homogeneous, like, group, and they are set apart, and then he sets apart these other people for destruction, as a superiority type of thing. And so you see here, it really just helps you to see, with this one shot, that just how dehumanizing Hitler's, his mission and the Nazi mission at its core really, really was. So that's very, very dramatic. His use of color there, his use of lighting is also very dramatic. Obviously it's in black and white, so the white is going to be that much more important. Light streaming in at the very end on a table that some priests are at. Some Jewish leaders are sitting in Schindler's factory. He has a factory of workers that he's saved and placed in his factory that's very protective, and he's very sensitive to their needs there. So he has these men, and they're sitting around this Sabbath meal, and they're celebrating, the Messiah who would come. They're celebrating God, their protector, this Mosaic, deity. And so to have the light streaming in this one specific scene toward the very end, with these men gathered around, Schindler is allowing them, to have their religious practice, which is, a brilliant freedom, a beneficial and beneficent. Yeah. It's just, he's very, he just has this great, like, love for these people, and is very beneficial. And so he's allowing these men to have this, religious practice. And so lighting is very important, and then color as well. Sorry, it took me a really long time to get here, but color is very, very important. And that, like, the candles around the table where these men are having a meal and praying is lit, and you can see the yellow of the light. Everything else is in black and white, but the yellow of this light, and that evokes just this huge just sense of light, and wow, there's goodness. There is hope. You see this yellow light. It's very striking, and it helps to really let the hope of the future, the hope of maybe these people will be saved, this light coming in, this light here, this candle here. It's all for a purpose. Spielberg was not, immune to what he was doing. It was very, very, very specific. He wanted this angle, he wanted this shot, he wanted this to be in color, this to be in black and white, and all that is very important when you shoot any film in general, and especially a drama like Schindler's List, because you really want to help get across the message, which is sadness, which is really deep emotion, and then also toward the end, hope. Hope in the future, hope in the future generations to come, hope in the generations that are going to come after Schindler, after these people are ultimately saved. He does save them. He says at the very end, I wish I could have saved more. If I had only sold, this ring. He's at this one of the final scenes of the film, Schindler, and he has all these Jews around him that he's saved, and with the money he has, but he says to himself, if I had only had, if I had only sacrificed more of my money toward the beginning when I was purchasing these people to work in my factory, if I had only saved up, if I had only spent more money on them, I could have saved, one more life, two more lives, three more lives. And then these Jews that he saves, they give him a ring, symbolizing his his unity with the Jewish people. He's not Jewish, he's a Gentile man. But so they give him this rim as a symbol of accepting him in. And all of this is very dramatic. Here, Schindler is a hero. Here, Schindler is helping resolve a conflict, which is also a very dramatic theme. And so all of these combinations combine: lighting, color, use of color, Schindler as a hero, many other things, obviously, but for sake of time, all of these things combine to, and even the music, it's very classical, melody really combine to help, emphasize Aristotle emphasize his thought, what it really, really helps to do, which is collaborate all of these things together, throw it at the audience, throw it at the viewer, allow them to soak in, take it all in at once, and then leave feeling that complete sense of not just sadness but hope, not just black and white, but also color. So thanks for letting me talk so long about this. Schindler's List is a great film, pretty passionate about it. Go watch it if you get the chance. Thanks for your time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the presentation.